Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever been working in Figma building out a design system and got stuck trying to figure out how to merge separate components into one clean set of variants, this tutorial is exactly what you need. By the end of this video, you'll know how to combine multiple components into a single organized variant set, making your designs more scalable, easier to manage, and much cleaner overall. Let's jump into it. Start by opening your Figma file and locating the components you want to merge. For this example, imagine you have two button components. Maybe one is a primary button and the other is a secondary button. A lot of the time, these get created separately while designing screens, and later on you realize they should really live together as part of one component system. This is a very common situation, especially as your project grows or when multiple people are contributing to the same file. So the goal here is to bring those separate components together into one unified component with variants. First, find both components on your canvas or in the Layers panel. Then hold Shift and click each one so they're both selected at the same time. Before moving forward, take a quick look to make sure they are actually components. You'll know they are if you see the purple diamond icon next to them. If they're not components yet, no problem, you can convert them. Just select each element and press Command plus Option plus K on Mac or Control plus Alt plus K on Windows. This turns them into proper components that Figma can work with. Once both components are selected, right-click on your selection. In the menu that appears, look for the option called Combine as Variants and click it. As soon as you do that, Figma groups those components into a single parent component set. Inside that set, each original component becomes a variant. You can think of this like organizing multiple versions of the same element into a system where you can easily switch between them instead of managing them separately. Now, if this is your first time working with variants, you'll notice that Figma automatically assigns property names like Variant 1 and Variant 2. These aren't very descriptive, so it's a good idea to rename them. Head over to the right-hand panel and update the property names to something meaningful, like primary and secondary or default and outline. Clear naming makes a big difference, especially when your design system grows and other people are using your components. One of the biggest advantages of this setup is how easy it becomes to use your components. Instead of dragging in different buttons every time, you can insert a single component and then switch between its variants using a drop-down menu. This keeps your Assets panel organized and makes your workflow much faster. Now, here's a quick pro tip. If you want to add more variants later, like hover states, disabled states, or size variations, you can simply duplicate one of the existing variants inside the component set and adjust its properties. For example, you could add a state property with values like default, hover, and pressed. This is how more advanced design systems are structured, and it scales really well as your project grows. Also, don't worry if your variants look slightly misaligned after combining them. That can happen, especially if they were created separately. Just go into the component set and tidy up the layout so everything lines up nicely. It only takes a moment and makes your system feel much more polished. If something doesn't work as expected, double-check that you selected only components and not groups or frames. That's one of the most common reasons the Combine as Variants option doesn't behave properly. And that's it. You've successfully merged separate components into a single, organized variant set in Figma. It's a simple technique, but it makes a huge difference in keeping your design system clean, flexible, and easy to use. If you found this helpful, feel free to like the video, drop a comment if you have any questions, and subscribe for more practical Figma tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.